What's up, guys? Aaron Bennett with ExFog, and today we're going to show you how to attach the ExFog Antifog systems to a Dye i4 or Dye i5 paintball mask, or any mask that has this additional padding on the back strap. So let's get on it.
Could you find?
All right, guys. ExFog hookup video. We're going to be talking about hooking up to, say, a Dye 4, Dye 5, or any kind of mask that has got like a large padded section on the back. In this case, a retention strap. Got to give a shout out to that Gator Mail.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
solid.
Bro, it's
no
so
affiliation,
nice.
but isn't that nice?
Look at
those dudes freaking.
Bro,
that's
that's
nice.
That's nice.
That's nice.
That's so
all right,
nice.
cool. Let's rock and roll. So we're going to come on over here to the setup table. First thing that we're going to talk about. So first video, we're going to talk about hooking up for youth or for people that just want this top strap. Some guys like it because they feel a little more comfortable with it, but 99% of the guys were always just cutting this off. So it's totally up to you. I cut this off on almost every single person that I hook up. So what do you need for this hookup? Tubing. May or may not need one zip tie if you hook up the top band, your ExFog, your manifold, and a pair of scissors or knife. So moving into this real quick, what are we going to do? This one's a pretty simple setup. The reason we created the T-band like we did is so that this can fit around a retention strap. I normally prefer to do this with somebody else if I can, although I can certainly do it myself. But I normally use my body as a little bit of additional stretch here. All right, guys, keep in mind this Velcro is going to stick real tight, so you're going to want to do this the first time. I'm going to move this out of the camera. I'll just put this on the other one just to give you a better view. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it with one hand. I'm going to slide this over so I got a good amount of space, and then I'm just going to pop that double-sided tape, double-sided Velcro right around the strap. Just like so. Then I'm going to go to the other side and literally do the same thing. Now, this top strap, like I mentioned, you may or may not want to keep it. Totally your choice. I'll show it in the video if you do. I cut this off most of the time. I know I've said that a couple times. Getting redundant, my bad. So, same thing here. I'm going to grab it. Now, most of the time, guys want their ExFog to sit a little bit higher. This pressure is going to allow them to do that. It'll sit just a hair above the retention strap so you can get to it. I normally do suggest getting your retention strap set up ahead of time so you don't have to monkey with it afterwards. Just get a nice comfortable feel on it. So pull her out, same thing, drop the double-sided Velcro, boom, boom, and literally we're done for the vast majority of customers. When you put the unit on, you're going to stick her right here on the loop. Manifolds. Like I always mention, the manifolds have ears. Jordan, you catching those ears in there?
Those ears, yeah.
Notice those ears right there, blop.
Perfect.
So those ears, when they go in, you want the ears on the outside. Don't grind your ears to the inside of the track. You're going to damage it. Ears are going to be on the outside. Not to mention you won't get it on.
Yep.
Till it clicks. That's it. You're good to go. That's one nice thing about this mounting system is I can flip it off, run different manifolds if I want for different applications. So after that, we're just going to put it on and cut the tubing. For right now, I will show you though, if you do choose to use this, my youth do use this, my youth kids use this a lot. This is how you're going to run this bad boy right here. So if I do choose to do the top strap, is just run my zip tie through here, boom.
Yep, through a little hole.
I'm just going to go ahead and run her through one of these vents.
Yep.
And then I'm going to bring it back up through the other side. There we go. There we go.
Perfect,
I
perfect.
see it. All right, so there we go. We're just going to pop her right in like so. I'm going to leave. I like to leave a little bit of slack on that bad boy. Cut her off.
Let's see how you had this real quick. So you put it right through. Ah, you put it through the right side right there.
Yeah, any vent that you want. Any vent that you want. Whatever you feel comfortable with. But guys, that's it. So Connor, we're going to grab Connor here real quick. And we're going to go ahead and just show you how I normally set it up in the Dye. And guys, there's a million ways to skin that cat. So go ahead and pop her on. Sorry if that's a little tight. I got a little head. We already pre-cut the tubing because with our videos we're doing a ton of tubing. All right guys, so the tubing's really simple. Normally what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop on my manifold and I'm going to take one of the sections of tubing and plug it in. I already pre-cut this because, I mean, it's just cutting tubing. But then what I'm going to do is just bring it around somewhere in the goggle area. I'm going to cut it and I can always trim it back. But it's really as simple as that. Now for dyes, 99% of the time, where the user is most comfortable is they just literally kind of go ahead and pull the mask away from your face, just a hair, is they just go, yep, right in the top here, and they just bring it right back to this flange right here. Does that feel all right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So, gotta do the same thing on the other side, and that's how most guys are gonna run it. Go ahead and just put that in yourself. We have outfit a lot of guys at events, so there you go. Couple quick notes. So again, a lot of guys cut the top. You can if you want. You don't need to keep that top strap because the unit's only 2.9 ounces. Most of the time it's going to rest on your headband, not do-rag, whatever you got going on the back there. Now, normally what I do is, and Connor, you got that tubing a little high, but you're good. So notice how it's a little bit high. So you can just go ahead and either pull it back a little. Some guys can trim it out so it's just coming back here and splashing the lens. Or they're just going to run the tubing in deeper. A lot of guys do that. But the goal is, number one, you want the tubing a little bit lower if you can. So temple area or lower. And then what that allows you to do is that heat and humidity that naturally wants to do what? Wants to rise and come out. That just helps that rise and come out. 99.9% of the people that we've had that have run this system, that have had questions or issues with it or it didn't quite work right for them, have some kind of lesson to be learned in how not to hook it up. Sometimes we're going to bring it in the top. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying that you are sometimes having it work harder to fight that heat and humidity that wants to come out and you're bringing it back in. I've seen some guys run the tubing all along the top and join it and run T valves in the top. Cool if you want to do it, but the thing is you're going to slow down your airflow. And again, now you just blocked that natural escape path for your heat and humidity. Most of the time, if we cut that out and just bring her in and drop her in there, great. Now, if it works for you, that's the cool thing about it. It's paintball. Do whatever you want. Have fun with it because at the end of the day, you're going to have 5 feet of tubing. We've got extra if you need it. We always take care of our customers. Call us anytime if you need any troubleshooting. Call us anytime if you got any questions. These dyes are great masks. Now, to a lot of the guys that are going to say, bro, just buy a dye, bro, just buy a push, bro, just buy this, or that. Cool, I get it, but you got to finish your sentence with because it worked for me. The thing is, with this system, it's about body chemistries. You can have guys that run single pane lenses and not fog up a thing, like the Dilwad that's holding the camera right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't fog up anything. Let me rephrase that.
This Dilwad.
This Dilwad doesn't fog up anything. This Dilwad fogs almost as bad as I do. So again, it all comes down to body chemistry. What works for you? And if you can just get something or just use a spray or just use dish soap or just use shaving cream, that's awesome. We've always advocated for that. But if you need that extra boost, that's the way to go. Hope these videos helped you out.